The Plan of a Treatise of Continuous Arthashastra discusses the 32 paragraphical divisions that will serve as guide to kings in acquiring and regaining the earth. The book is a portion of work in which a subject or topic is treated, and the brief description of the matter contained in it is its context. The use of the words "is" and "the like" in pointing out similar facts, the suggestion of similar facts. The meaning of a word is the sense which the word has to convey. For example, whoever squanders the wealth acquired for him by his father and grandfather is a Inahara, meaning prodigal son. For charity and enjoyment of life depend upon wealth is an example of the preferred of reason, defined as what is meant to prove an assumption. Saying in one word is mentioning a fact in brief, and explaining in detached words is mentioning of a fact in detail. Statement as "thus one should live" is guidance. Example, not violating the laws of righteousness and God, we should live. Quotation is a statement as it says thus. Application is used as a term when we will dwell upon in connection with a question is said to apply to another question also. Establishing a fact or word is to be treated later on is a place of reference, proving an unseen thing or course of circumstances by what has been seen is seen. What naturally follows from a statement of facts, though not spoken of in plain terms, is implication. When the statement of a reason is equally applicable to two cases of circumstances, it is doubt. For example, which of the two should a conqueror march against? One whose subjects are impoverished and greedy, or one whose subjects are oppressed? When the nature of procedure to be specified in connection with a thing is said to be equal to what has already been specified in connection with another, it is termed reference to similar procedure. Ellipsis is that portion of a sentence omitted through, though necessary to convey a complete sense. Stating the opinion of another person but not refuting his acceptance of that opinion. And describing in detail is explanation. Stating the derivative sense of a word is derivation. Mentioning a fact to illustrate a statement is illustration. Removing off an undesired application from a statement is exception. Words which are not used by the others in the special sense in which they are used by the author are his own technical terms. The citation of another's opinion to be refuted is prima facie view, and a settled opinion is rejoinder. That which is universal in its application is conclusion, or an established fact. Drawing attention to a later chapter is reference to a subsequent portion. A statement that has been already spoken of is reference to a previous portion. Thus not otherwise is command. For example, hence he should be taught the laws of righteousness and wealth, but not unrighteousness and not wealth. Both with this and that is compounding together. That which is to be determined after consideration is determinable fact. Thus, this Shastra, conforming to these paragraphic divisions, is a guide to acquire and secure this and the other.
The book 11 to 15 of Kautilya's Arthashastra elaborates the ways as to how a conqueror should divide and conquer the enemies. Dividing such enemies reduces its strength, providing the conqueror a greater chance of victory more. Expansion of his territories and increase in the number of subjects and soldiers. As spies are inserted to execute key leaders of the enemies, government, the seed of dissension is sown within, creating chaos, thereby increasing the enemy's vulnerability to invasion. Women were employed to lure key officials to kill each other. Books 11 to 15 also present an effective way to deal with stronger enemies. The Arthashastra mentioned several ways to deal with this enemy, such as entering into treaties that would eventually be breached, sending spies and assassins, and the use of psychological warfare, religion, and superstition. Book 11 to 15 emphasizes the art of deception, utilized to earn ultimate end, which is the victory of the conqueror. In pursuit of victory, morality is confined in the aspect of treating conquered subjects and soldiers well. In waging war and seizing a territory, only the leaders and the immediate officials are exterminated. Secondly, the pursuit of victory in wars by the conqueror allows him and his subject to attain the three goods of life that include material gain, spiritual good, and pleasure. Kautilya therefore was able to create a book of strategy which served three generations of leadership from Chandragupta to Bindusara and finally Ashoka. As long as Kautilya remains on the side of these single monarchs, victory is increased while treachery is eliminated.